The farmhouse stood just outside of town, tucked behind rows of golden fields that swayed like waves in the wind. It was the kind of place people dreamed about. Wide porch, white railings, tall windows glowing warmly at night. To Daniel Harper, it felt like a fresh start. "To us," he said, raising a glass the night they moved in. "New beginnings." His wife Claire smiled. Their two kids, Lily and Ben, laughed as they ran through the echoing rooms. It felt perfect, too perfect. The first few days were everything they hoped for. Morning light poured into the kitchen. Evenings were filled with laughter, cooking, and quiet moments on the porch. The house felt alive in a comforting way, like it welcomed them. But then, it started changing. Lily was the first to notice. "Mom," she said one afternoon, "the hallway is longer." Claire laughed. "It's not longer, honey." But later that night, she walked down that same hallway and paused, because Lily was right. It felt stretched. Ben disappeared next. One moment he was upstairs playing, the next, gone. "Ben!" Claire called, panic rising. "Ben!" They searched every room, every closet, every inch of the house. Nothing. No open doors, no signs of him leaving. Just gone. Daniel called the police. They searched the property, questioned neighbors, checked everything, no trace. That night, Claire sat on the edge of Ben's bed, crying softly. And that's when she heard it. A voice. Faint, muffled. "Mom?" She froze. "Ben?" The voice echoed again, but not from the room, from inside the walls. Daniel tore into the drywall the next morning. Nothing inside, just empty space. But the voice kept coming, at night, soft, desperate, calling out. Then Lily disappeared. Claire was in the kitchen. Daniel was outside. Lily was in the living room, watching TV. Then, silence. "Lily?" Claire called. No answer. The TV was still on, her shoes still by the couch, but Lily was gone. Claire broke, screaming, crying, clawing at the walls. "They're in here," she sobbed. "They're in the house." Daniel didn't want to believe it, but deep down, he knew. That night, the house changed again. The walls seemed to breathe. The floors creaked, not from movement, but from something shifting beneath them. And then, both voices came at once. "Dad! Daddy, help!" Daniel dropped to his knees. "Where are you?" he shouted. The walls pulsed, and for a moment, he saw them. Shapes pressing from beneath the surface, like bodies trapped under skin. "They're inside." Daniel stood slowly, his face pale, eyes hollow. "Then I'm going in." "No, don't!" But he already understood. The house wasn't random. It wasn't chaos. It was hungry. And it had taken what it wanted. I won't let it keep them. That night, Daniel stood in the center of the living room. The air was thick, heavy, waiting. "I know what you want," he said aloud. The house creaked in response. "You took my children, my family." His voice shook, but he didn't stop. "Take me instead." The walls groaned. The lights flickered violently. "Give them back," he demanded, "and I'll stay." Silence. Then, the floor beneath him split open, darkness swallowing the room. Something moved inside it, alive, ancient. Claire screamed, "Daniel, no!" But he didn't run. He stepped forward. "I'm not afraid of you." And then, he let himself fall. The house swallowed him whole. Everything went still. For a long moment, nothing happened. Then, a sound. A violent. The walls began to convulse. The floors buckled. The entire house twisted like it was in pain. And suddenly, it started spitting them out. Ben appeared first, thrown onto the floor, gasping for air. Then Lily, crying, shaking. Then Daniel. Claire ran to him, sobbing. "You came back! You came back!" But something was wrong. The house was collapsing, folding in on itself. Walls sinking. Rooms vanishing, like it was being erased. Daniel grabbed his family. "Run!" They burst through the front door just as the house let out a deep, horrifying groan and vanished. Not collapsed, not destroyed. Gone. In its place, just an empty field. No foundation, no debris, nothing. Days later, no one believed them. No house had ever been there, they said. No records, no history. But sometimes, late at night, Daniel still hears it. A faint creak, a whisper in the dark, and the feeling that something is still hungry, just waiting for another family to call it home.